Welcome to the Robinson Curriculum Orientation video series, viewing and printing controls and buttons for the advanced user. And we're just going to go over a couple of things. On every one of the tabs, courses, study, books, examinations, encyclopedia, and dictionary, at the bottom you'll see a print list button. And this just lets you print out the current list of materials that you see here so that you can use it, perhaps print out a copy for each child and date and initialize each book as they read it, for instance. That way, just have a handy way of keeping track of where they are and how they're doing. Again, that's the print list button. Over here, click this arrow, we get an expansion of our buttons here, and here we have a log that shows and prints the print log listing. The print log listing all print activities since installation. So if you wonder, have I printed that book before? That log will tell you. Another thing you can do is simply highlight any book and then look down below here when your mouse is over that, and you'll see the last time this book was printed was 9/18 of 2012 at 8:25 a.m. and we printed pages 2 through 3, and the size was fit to page. So just a little indicator there when the last time was that you printed from that book and what it was that you printed. If we go to a particular book, we'll click on View here. You can see it always remembers the last page that you were on. Here we have an expansion button as well. Shows you a quality button. And in the quality dialog box, you have some settings here. It might make a difference on some books, or if you're just interested in playing with that. You can immediately see the difference in quality on the page there. And if we click on the Print tab, over here you'll see we have an expansion button that lets us set any page as a dark page, in which case it would be skipped if this were checked. Or we can click on Options, and here we can set the batch size of our print jobs. Some older computers cannot handle a large batch size, and so if you just set it to 20 or 50, it would break a print job up into multiple print jobs with that many pages in each batch. Or we can choose slideshow printing, in which case the pages as they're being printed will flip through so that you can watch them being printed. One of the things that we can do with the curriculum as well is print to PDF files. So if we choose print, and there are different ways to print to PDF files. One is with a utility called the PDF Creator. Another one's called the Qt PDF Writer. And when you print to that, it'll print to a PDF file that you can then use on an e-reader or other device. One of the things that you'd want to do if you're going to print a book to a PDF file for use on an e-reader is make the margins as small as possible. One of the ways you can do that is by changing over to a print percent and increasing the print percentage of the original size to minimize the margins. So here 170 looks about right. You can also set the margins. I'm thinking as low as 0.25 all the way around. I think it defaults to a ½ inch for all of these books, but you can change that. And that'll show you what the page will look like. You might get away with 175. Some books are going to be cut and close because not all the pages are consistent. Might be safer, in the case of McGuffey's Second Reader here, to choose 170. It looks like all the pages will fit there. And if you were to print this to a PDF file, it would come up very nicely. The other thing we'll want to look at here is the different ways to select pages. It's fairly sophisticated. You can take a group of pages by clicking on one and dragging down or up, and those pages will be selected. And when we hit our print button, you'll see selection is highlighted, and we click OK, and it'll just print the pages 2 through 20 here in this example. We can also choose the Select dialog box. Click on the current page. Just 20. Go ahead and choose another 10 pages. Or 11 pages actually. Click OK. You'll see those pages have been selected here as well. And when we go to print, that's what we'll get. We can also choose to print from this dialog box. And again, it chooses selection. You can also choose print and choose a page range that we want to print from into, or we can choose all and print the whole book. You can also quickly get to a page number by using the Finder and just typing in the page number we're interested in. That becomes more important when we're looking at an encyclopedia. We want to quickly find a topic. And simply type in the topic name that might be indicated on the left here. Let's look for Amazon while we're at the top here. And there it is. The name indicated on the left here is the name at the top of the current page. So the article for Amazon actually starts on the previous page. Again, here we'd want to go in a 2-column mode. Go to the second column, work our way down, there it is. See in the dictionary where we have 3-column pages, a 3-column mode is available, making that very small print quite legible. And again, you can page through and then navigate using the page navigation buttons. And this dictionary is extraordinarily high in quality as far as the contents, the definitions. That's always important. Go to the vocabulary tab. Here things get a little more complex. We can choose the book that we want to be drilled on. Include previous numbers of books in this case there are no previous numbers of books, but we'll set that to 0 just for the sake of clarity. And we have 25 books. 25 words in the book, The Life of George Washington. We get to choose what items we're going to drill for, all the items, or the ones that we missed on a previous try. What to show, we can test ourselves on the word, the sentence, or the definition. And total exam mode. When this is activated, all the words are chosen. So we can see we have 6,463 words in all 150 books. We can ask for our status. We have yet to complete the first pass through the total word list. For now, we'll just stick to the 25 words in the life of George Washington. We can choose which student we are. We have a choice of 26 students, A through Z. We'll say I'm student A. And we'll begin the drill. So here we're shown the word plight as it's used in a sentence here, and plight, the definition word. We have to guess or surmise what the definition is and how it's used in a sentence. We can get a clue. We can be shown the root if there is one. So I'm guessing plight is someone who has a difficult circumstance of some kind. Well, there it is, a situation of danger. George let the governors of Pennsylvania and Maryland know his plight. I'll say I got that one right. I've got 24 words to go. I've made 0 errors so far. So grief is a sad state of affairs. Of course, the clue says sadness. So grief is when you're feeling aggrieved over something, quite upset. And you have a sick heart over some situations. Let's see what the answer is. Feeling sorry. It was a great grief for them to part. I got that one right. Now shirk. I'm guessing that's a cartoon character. No. It's how we avoid work or duty by shirking. The slaves did not shirk their work. Okay, well, very good. So I'll say I got that one wrong. I've got 22 to go. Out of 3 words, I've gotten one wrong, so I have a 33% error rate. Not good. But that's how that works. And we have instructions that'll give you a clue as well. So we'll quit that. Am I sure I want to quit? Yes. And so that's how that works. If you wanted access to our older flashcard utility, you could come here. The new ones are in books 502 and 503 and so on in the Books tab. But here we can choose to have longer, thinner flashcards printed out. And for our vocabulary, we can choose words and sentences or words and definitions. A print preview will let us choose a range of pages that we want to print. We're actually unchecking this print preview. We'll bring up a dialog box where we get to choose a range of pages. The print preview lets us preview them on the screen but prints everything. And there we have the viewing and printing controls for the advanced user.